Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be talking about the native instruments from the Komplete from Native Instruments. What this is a starter base for producers and people that just want to add on to their native instrument sounds, or just a little bit of edginess or a touch of something different than what you already have. You can pick up this set relatively inexpensive for about $50 at Guitar Center, Musician's Friend, Sweetwater, and so forth. In this tutorial, I'm just going to show you some of the basic functions. There's not really much you need to learn because it's very self-explanatory. At the top of the contact player, you'll see the browse function, the master, which is the editor, of course, the tune, and so forth, kind of familiar. Just the generalized info that kind of shows up at the bottom here. The output, you get a little tiny miniature mixing section. The more channels you add, obviously, the more it expands out. You got the keyboard function, you either want it on or off. You also got a quick load, so if you have, like I said, other sound sets that accompany this, that from Native Instruments, they'll show them here. You can pop up instrument, multi. Obviously you got files, here you go here, options, purge, and CPU meters and whatnot. Here's your MIDI kill switch right here. And you can just cut them all out whenever you want to. So it's entirely up to you. Click on the instrument tab that's grayed out in the elements selection, and you have about 6 different types of instruments / sounds. For the band, double click, you'll have horns, acoustic pianos, guitar, bass, and so forth. Like I said, once you add on to more, you'll get that more sounds that'll extend all the way down to here. In this circumstance, I showed the band. I'm in the band, and I showed the classic bass, so you guys can kind of hear that. Turn it down just a little. So, and then here you click the instrument side, or let's go back. This is the options button. This kind of tells you the range, transpose, tuning, randomize. Play around with these effects as they're amazing sounding. Click on the instrument. This takes you to the main page. Actually, this is the instrument controls. For all you guitarists, you're kind of familiar with these. Here's a little master effects section. You can choose a cabinet, EQ, reverb, and it also gives you some choices here. Not many, but it gives you some choices on the room selection, cathedral, club, and then when you select those, it also gives you like a subcategory, which is about 6 or 7 more selections on different soundings, and you can add the amount or not. Like this room reverb with a music studio sound, I can turn it up. You can kind of hear it. It's distorted some, but you get the idea of this one. Now next is the instruments for the Abbey Road. Obviously you guys all know who Abbey Road is, the studio, what they do. You can load that in, and as it's loading through a lot of sounds, it'll automatically pop up. So and I'm not gonna really play it because it's already tied into different MIDI channels, as you can choose it up here. The thing about this is you can have 10 instances of Abbey Road drums. If you want to map each one out and kind of EQ it yourself, you can easily do that. Once again, you're on the drum section. You got the felt beater, kick drum. Obviously, it's right here. I switch it. Goes to snare drum. Rides. It's a full drum kit here. You go to the options. Options, once again, gives you the transpose, all the little stuff you need to kind of, tweak and make your drum sound really nice. Then it got the little mixer section. Obviously, default, you can name these, adjust them. Now, keep in mind, you might be wondering, well, where's my other stuff? Just click on the percussion, and that switches over to your percussion side. So you can actually kind of have a whole bunch of different other items here that pertains to the Abbey Road early 60s kit. Once again, you can get the additional sound set elements, which is the Abbey Road 70s, 80s, modern drums. So there's an extensive amount of drum kits you can get and whatnot for $59, retail, and then $50 for when you walk in the store and buy it. You can't beat this. You can't. It still has the same up top. Here's your database. This kind of makes you jump in and you can dive in a little bit quicker. It breaks everything down. What type of drum kits? Here it is here. It got the 909, 808, all this other kit. Very nice. You can monitor it, select which one for editing, of course. You can really break it down. The modules and stuff. Pay attention, read all this stuff, the EQs. So you can really break it down to get exactly what you want and the sound you want. And to delete it, you just hit the little X key up there and you still keep the same right there. So that is the Komplete player. This is it rolls the Abbey Road drums in, and unfortunately this is the bass that I have. I don't need to go through every single sounds here, but you get the idea of that. Section we'll be talking about Rector. This is another piece that comes with the complete elements that you can get for $50. So you have the Komplete player, the Rector, and you also have guitar rig. Now these are not the full blown out synths. Rector, you get sections of it. This is the full synth as you see right here, but you get sections of it. And what I mean by sections is there's the element section. Of course, you would be able to tack on and add onto that. So this is just the Rector Spark. You have tons and tons of sounds you can go through. This is just the first part right here. Then you got sounds A through S, and you scroll down, you keep scrolling down, and you can find sounds. Then you got sounds S through Z, where so you got enough sounds to mess around with. And plus, for all you people that like to tweak things, you will love this. I mean, this is just amazing right here. So this is the synth, and it's you can do different sounds, whatnot. So we can pick something else if we don't like it. So then, once again, you can go to the element selection, and then you can choose various elements right here. This is just for like your basic drum beats and whatever else. It does have a sequencer built in. This is the Arabic library for this part. Once again, like I said, you got tons more different sounds. Really neat, cool effects. And you got various other things. So it's very simple to find the sound you want and to achieve it. This is an old school photon synth. A lot of other people have this also. This is something that I think pretty much Reason, Cakewalk, everyone attaches this. So this is one of the original old school type synths. Very small though. That's one thing I do find this out, very small. So I tend to steer away from this one. So and in the last part of the Native Instruments complete elements, you have guitar rig. This is the guitar rig for LE. I clearly have it as a guitar rig for FX because I put it in Logic off the EMU synth and I'm using it as an effects, which allows me all the same access. However, in the guitar rig 4 mix, you have several different styles, I mean literally, of kits and cabinets put together. Amps, you have several different styles. You start with this. So you got a wide, huge selection on the type of bass amps and, excuse me, and guitar amps you can choose from, styles, just overall generalized styles, song styles. What type of effects do you want to be plugged in? They even got vocal effects. You can use this even if you don't have any other type of compressors or limiters. Guitar Rig supplies a good enough amount where you can even apply these to background vocals, to anything. This is a well used VST here, or audio plugin. It does work with Windows and it does work with Macs. So in this situation, I'm just going to do, let's play it first. And you can do a funk and soul, and then you can choose. And you can have it playing with everything else. So it's entirely up to you on what you want to use it for. But Guitar Rig is an excellent source tool, and keep in mind it has a lot of updates, so you get more bang for your buck. Like, they'll throw in an extra cabinet. You can also go to Native Instruments, use the user forum, and some people actually downloaded cabinets and the settings and stuff on what to use, because I mean, what better to grab information from a guitarist, someone that plays a guitar and knows how to use everything, and creates cabinets from way back in the 60s and 70s that no one can get that sound anymore. I mean, there's replicates of Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Led Zeppelin. I mean, the list goes on, type of cabinets and sounds. So I would utilize those resources a lot. So this is the first install on how the intro of the complete elements. I would continue on to understand on how to incorporate those into either Logic or Sonar or Pro Tools, Cubase, whatever you want. The next segment will be incorporating these instruments into Logic.